My name's Lee Campbell, and today we're going to do a LYT informed yoga class created by a physical therapist. The LYT method uses informed anatomical poses, postures, movements to create a complete experience. And today our class is called I'm Ready for This. So the reason I love this class is because I think it invokes a sense of power and confidence that you feel when you move your body in ways that are nutritious and good for you. And so I hope that you experience this same feeling as you move and breathe throughout the practice. And we're going to go ahead and get started on our backs, on our mat. And I'm going to grab a block. Coming onto your mat. Rooting the tailbone down, placing your feet onto the mat, connecting to the earth underneath you. We're going to go ahead and start in bridge pose. Inhale and exhale, lift. Engage the glutes as you lift the pelvis from the floor. Think about pulling the diamond of the pelvis together, those hip points coming together. Maybe even take your hands, place them on your hip points, and place them angling down like you're putting your hands in your pockets. And energetically pull that together as you engage your glutes and you lift those hip points. From here, go ahead and move that left foot into center. Come up on the ball of the right foot as you engage the glute. If that feels comfortable for you, go ahead and think left glute, engage the left glute, and extend the right knee over the hip. Option to extend the foot all the way to the ceiling. From here, we're just going to lift and lower in a controlled fashion. Exhale down, inhale to lift. Controlling this pose by engaging the glute. Maybe you need to tap it to wake it up. Let's do 3 more. This is an intense move. What a way to wake it up and be ready for this. And 1 more, and go ahead and cross that right leg over the left into a figure 4 position. Again, find those hip points and bring your hip points into the hand as you engage the glute here. Let's go ahead and stretch out our left wrist, pulling back on the fingers, right where the fingers meet the top of the palm. Active wrist extension here, pulling back. And let's uncross the legs, and we'll go ahead and bring our right foot into the center. Think right glute, engage it, maybe even give it a little tap, and come up on the ball of your left foot, lifting the left heel. Go ahead and take the leg up so the knee is over the hip, and if it feels comfortable, extend that leg up to the ceiling and just add some pulses up and down. Really controlling the movements, pulling the diamond of the pelvis together as you lift and lower. Maybe even take the hands on those hip points and bring your hip up to your hands. Let's go ahead and extend the right hand up and pulling back on the fingers for wrist extension. Getting ready to bear weight on our hands. Let's do 2 more here. Really engage that right glute as you lift. And take the left leg over the right leg into a figure 4 position. Place the hands on the hip points and just ensure that the pelvis is level here. You're not dipping one way or the other. Really engage the glute and energetically pull the diamond of the pelvis together as you lift up. And let's release that left leg down, slowly lower down on the mat, thoracic, middle, and lower spine. From here, we're going to move into some ab work. Placing the hands under your head, like a hammock, at the base of your skull, so right where the occiput prominence is. Grounding your feet onto the ground, let's go ahead and lift our knees. So there at about a 90-degree position, and go ahead and place the block, if you have one, in between those knees. So the block is really in between the bony prominences of the knees. Squeeze the block. Inhale, big inhale, exhale, lift up. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor. Visualize the diamond of the pelvis, looking down, visualizing as you lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift up. Gather everything together. Pull the front body to the back body and lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Bring it back down. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Pull the shoulder blades off the floor. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Gather everything together. Hold it here. Bend the knee. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, lift up. Looking at the diamond of the pelvis, about right where the belly button and pubic bone is, and extend the left leg up. From here, let's extend the right hand up and lift towards the ceiling. Hand back behind the head, bend the knees, inhale and lower. Exhale, lift up. Pull the front body to the back body. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. From here, extend the left hand up, flaring the hand and reach up to the ceiling, pulling everything together. Hand behind the head, inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. Extend the left leg up. Extend the right hand up, reach. Now this time make a fist and reach a little bit further up to the sky. Hand behind the head, bend the knees, inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. Extend the right leg to the ceiling. Extend the left hand. Flare the fingers and reach. Now make a fist. Feel the strength in this pose. Reach a couple inches higher. Hand behind the head. Bend the knee. Inhale, release. And take that block away from the knees. And let's bring our knees into our chest and allow our knees to fall to the left as they're hugged into the chest. Bringing the knees up further towards your chest will create length in your low back here. And from here, bring your hands together so the palms are facing one another. And go ahead and backstroke that arm as if it's the hand on a clock. Inhaling and exhaling down, really leading with the shoulder blade here, involving the ribs, that movement. And if it feels uncomfortable to you on the backstroke, you can bend the elbow here as you bring it back down and around. And let's bring our knees back into our chest, and let's take them over to the right. So knees into your chest, over to the right, and same thing here. Bring the left hand on top of the right hand so the palms are meeting one another. Bring that left arm up and over, backstroking this whole entire arm by initiating the movement with the shoulder blade. Inhaling up, exhaling around. Really feel the movement of the scapula on the rib cage, involving length in the rib cage. And let's do that one more time. Maybe you bend the elbows, you come around, and back to palms on top of one another. And let's bring it back to on our backs. We're going to do another abdominal exercise. This abdominal exercise is called the juicer. It's pretty intense, so we're not going to do a lot of them, but it's such a great and effective exercise. Bring your toes up to the ceiling. Take your palms and place them underneath your scapula, right at about the hairline, forming basically a hammock. This really just supports your head, but don't use your hands to lift your head. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Bring the right leg down about 30 degrees and rotate the whole torso to the left. Hold it there and bring it back center, leg up, inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. The left leg comes down about 30 degrees. Rotate on the axis of the spine to the right, really lifting up off the shoulder blades on the right and the left, holding it there. Inhale, back to center and release. Exhale, lift up. Hold the belly button to spine, co-contracting the core. Allow the right leg to lower about 30 degrees. Rotate to the left. From here, go ahead and cross the legs as you root down on the sacrum. At the same time, lift the tailbone up like you're squeezing the juice of a lime. Uncross the legs, bring it back center. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. Gather the bowl of the pelvis together and the deep transverse abdominal muscles. Lower the left leg about 30 degrees. Rotate to the right. From here, go ahead and cross those legs. Lift the tailbone as you squeeze the juice all the way from your belly button to your toes. Uncross, inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. Pull belly to spine. The right leg drops about 30 degrees. Go ahead and rotate to the left. Cross the legs. Squeeze them together as you lift up on the tailbone. Option to extend the right hand against the thigh of the left leg and push that resistance. Hold it there. Uncross. Bring your hand back behind your head. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift up. Pull belly to spine. Allow the left leg to move down about 30 degrees. Rotate to the right. Cross the legs at the thighs and lift up from the tailbone, gathering everything together. Option to extend that left arm. The forearm can press the right thigh. Hold it here and uncross. Bring it back to center. Inhale, release. Woo! They don't call it the juicer for nothing. That's an intense abdominal work, but it's such great work because it really prepares your pelvis to maintain a neutral position as you move throughout your practice. So you've reset yourself. You've reset all those habits that can creep in through the day, and we're now able to move and with intention and also with safety. So let's go ahead and find ourselves in all fours. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Hips are stacked over the knees. From here, we're going to move to dolphin pose. Go ahead and place your forearms down on the ground. Option to interlace your fingers. Placing your palms on the mat, our fingers interlace. Tuck the toes, send your hips straight up. Lengthen through the back. As you bend in the knees, the pelvis is the peak of this pose. Maybe your ears are aligned with your biceps, really pressing the earth away. Engage the shoulder blades here. This is a really great pose to lengthen the fascia all along the backside of the body, from the head to the toes. But you need to create length in the spine by bending those knees. Almost everybody does to create that length. Go ahead and extend the left leg up and bring it back down. And extend the right leg up and bring it back down. Think about intentional movement where the leg bone meets the pelvis. You really want this movement to be initiated at that hip junction. And one more time here. Great work. Take the knees down and maybe you do a little child's pose. Releasing here, grounding the head if that feels comfortable for you. Maybe the hips are lifted a little bit in this child's pose. It's an active child's pose. From here, let's get started with our lunge salutations. Coming to the top of your mat, inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and lower. Plant the hands, step back into plank pose. Hold your plank, drop your knees, and lower to the mat. Keep the head of the arm bones lifted. Inhale, pull back with the hands, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk or step to the top of the mat, adding the lunges. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Plant the hands under the shoulders, step the right leg back, drop the back knee. Inhale, the arms up, shoulder girdle over the hips. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, drop the knees and lower. Control the descent, keep the head of the arm bones lifted. Inhale, cobra pose, pull back with the palms. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Step the right leg forward, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Pull back with the front foot. Engage the left glute. Plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Plant the hands under the shoulders. Step the left leg back. Low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, the arms up. Pull back with that front foot. Create length in this pose. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank pose. Engage the glutes. Pull belly to spine. Exhale, drop the knees and slowly lower. Control the descent. Pull back into cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Step the left leg forward, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Pull belly to spine. Really gather everything together. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Plant the hands. Step the right leg back. Low lunge. Drop the back knee. Coming up, shoulder girdle over hip girdle. Alternate shoulder rolls. Really initiate this movement from the shoulder blade. Releasing all that sticky fascia in the back. Plant the hands at the top of the mat. Step back into plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees and lower. Inhale, pull back, baby cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Slide the right leg forward, low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale up, alternate shoulder rolls. As you really engage the left glute and pull back with that front foot, rooting the tailbone down. Plant the hands at the top of the mat and step forward. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back with the left foot this time. Low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale up, send the left arm up to the sky. Hands are flared here, and then make a fist and reach. Really reach by elevating that shoulder blade. Feel the length in the side body here as you root down with that left glute and pull back with the right foot. Plant the hands, step back into plank pose. Inhale in plank. Exhale, drop the knees and lower slowly to the mat. Inhale, pull back for baby cobra pose. Pulling and lifting. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Slide the left leg forward, low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale up. This time, bring the right arm up to the sky, making a fist, and then reach for the sky, feeling the length in the side body here as you pull back with the front foot and engage the right glute. Feel the strength and power. You're ready for this. Plant the hands at the top of the mat and step forward. Inhale, the arms forward and up. First sequence. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Step the right leg back. Low lunge. Keep the toes tucked here. Coming up to low lunge. Really engaging the right glute. Go ahead and interlace your hands. Clasp your hands so they're facing opposite directions. And try and pull them apart. Feel the strength in this pose. This is the Ganesh Mudra. Symbolic feeling of strength here. As poses relate to how you feel in your body. Inhale here. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale to the left. West on your mat. Inhale center. Exhale to the left. Rotating through the thoracic spine here, rooting your pelvis down and keeping it level. Rotation comes through the rotation in the spine. Exhale to the left, bring your hands into prayer and untuck the back toes, prayer twist here. As your hands are in prayer, allow your elbow to rest on your front thigh, but really keep this engagement in this pose by engaging the left glute here. Option to exhale, take your foot forward to meet the front foot. Inhale back into a lunge position. Exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, Inhale back. One more time. Really engage the glute muscles and the hip muscles of that left leg. High lunge twist. Plant the right hand, send the left arm up to the sky. Really engage the right scapula. Allow your weight to rest on that right scapula. Drop your back knee to the ground. Modified side planks. Send the left leg to the back of the room. Flexing the foot here. Pull the pelvis together as you keep an engagement in this modified side plank. Option to backstroke the arm. Really pull the hip points together and stabilize the hip as you allow your limbs to create some movement. Plant the hands, one-legged planks, and the right knee into the chest. Drop it down to the mat. Exhale, lift it to chest. Drop it down and slurp it up. Press it down and slurp it up. Allow it to fall, slurp it up, and hold it here. Feel the engagement in this pose. Hold it, knee into chest, and send the right leg back, three-legged dog. And allow the right leg down and the left leg lifts. Remember when we did this in dolphin pose? So we're just alternating leg lifts, initiating the movement from the hips to right where the long bone of the leg meets the pelvis. Hold your right leg up here. Step it halfway up the mat and lift the back leg. You're in a standing split or standing L position. Really keep the pelvis level. Ground through the palms and pull the chest forward. Great work. Now engage the right glute as you come all the way up to standing. Big move here. Bring the left knee into the chest as you engage the right glute. Root the tailbone down. Activate that right glute. Maybe you need to wake it up. Bring your hands into prayer center, to your third eye center. Feel the strength in the center of intuition in this pose. Step forward. Let's do the other side. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Plant the hands, step the left leg back, low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale, come up in the low lunge pose. Interlace the hands so they're interlocked into one another. This is the Ganesh Mudra, symbol of strength and remover of barriers. Engage the left glute, pull back with the right foot. Exhale to the right or east on your mat. Inhale forward. Exhale to the right. Inhale forward. Really moving through the axis of the spine with this pose. And one more time. Hold it to the right. Bring your hands into prayer hands. Allow the left elbow to rest on top of the right thigh. And lift the knee as the toes remain tucked. You're in a high prayer crescent lunge twist. Really pull the belly back. You want to lift off the thigh. You don't want to sink into this pose by engaging the right glute muscles and the muscles around the hip. From here, exhale the back leg to meet the front leg. Inhale back. Exhale, bring the foot forward. Inhale back. Remember to maintain length in the spine here. Pull the throat back. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lengthen here. High lunge twist. Plant the left hand and the right arm up to the sky. Pulling back with the left grounded palm. Engage the scapula here. Modified side plank. Drop the back knee. Send the right leg back. Option to ground it here if that feels more comfortable to you. Modified side plank. Pull the pelvis together as you rotate the arm forward and back in this backstroke-like position. You can lead with your thumb, and when you come to the top, you can flip it. Whatever feels comfortable for you, just remember to initiate this movement from the scapula. From here, plant the hand into a plank pose. Lift the left knee into chest, so it's a one-legged plank. Really pull belly to spine, push the earth away. Exhale, tap it down, inhale up. Exhale, tap it down, inhale up. Continue with this strong motion and movement, really controlling it here. And hold it, knee into chest. Press the earth away, lengthen the spine, engage the glutes, send the left leg back, three-legged dog. Send the left leg down, and the right leg comes up. So you're just alternating, lifting the leg here. The movement is coming from the hip joint, right where the long bone of the leg meets the pelvis. This time, let's hold the left leg up. And step the left leg halfway up the mat. Keep the hands rooted into the earth as you lift the back leg into a standing split or an inverted L position. Keep the pelvis level. Really engage your hands into the mat. Bend the knee to allow room for length in the spine. Now pull your chest forward. Engage the left glute as you come all the way up to standing, bringing the right knee into the chest. Hands come into prayer position, and they come to third eye center. Feel the intuition radiating through the body as you make this connection with the third eye center. And release to standing. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Plant the hands, walk or step back to plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. Option to drop the knees or lower all the way to the mat or send the elbows back in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, flipping one foot at a time. Send the hips up and back. Inhale here and exhale. Option to bring the feet together. Inhale, lift the heels, and walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Plant the hands, walk or step into plank pose. Exhale, lower. Option to take your knees to the mat or lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Pull back with the hands. Keep the head of the arm bones lifted. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Plant the hands, step or hop back into plank pose. Feel the strength in this pose, engage the glute, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra, flipping one foot at a time. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. We're adding on to sequence one now. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, plant the hands, step the right leg back, low lunge. Coming back into that Ganesh Mudra, where you interlace the fingers, move in opposite directions. Inhale here, exhale to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Hold it here. Change your hands into prayer, and let's change this to a high lunge prayer twist by lifting our back knee coming up on the ball of our back foot. From here, option to hover this back leg as you engage the left glute muscles and the muscles around the hip. And slowly release it back, high lunge twist, plant the right hand, send the left arm up to the sky. Modified side plank, drop the back knee, send the left leg back, option to hover or ground it. From here, plant the hands into one-legged plank. Lift the right knee into chest. And allow it to ground down to the mat and slurp it back up. One more time, slurp it back up. Send the right leg back, three-legged dog. From here, lift the left leg up. Send the left leg down, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right leg halfway up the mat, coming into standing splits or standing L position. Really ground through the palms. Don't lose that connection with the earth here. Pull back as you pull your heart space forward as you energize the palms and pull back. Engage the right glute here as you come all the way up to standing, bringing your left knee into chest. Step forward, bring your right knee up. From here, send the left hand up, make a fist, and make a strong pose here like a lance, like you're reaching for the sky. From here, step the right leg back like you're going into a crescent lunge on the left, and bring the right knee back up. Option to add that lance. Step it back into a high lunge here, and then lift the knee back up. Option to lift the front leg, and then bring the right knee up. Option to lift the front leg, bring the right knee up. Option here to add a hop. So you have several approaches to the same move, however you're feeling today with your energy level. I really like the strength and the power in this pose. As I really lift up, allowing the ball of my foot, that first metatarsal, to really bounce off the earth, feeling the strength in this pose. And meeting back in high crescent lunge. Bend the high crescent lunge on the left. Keep the bend in the front knee. Half moon. Allow your left hand to root on that left thigh. Pick up the back leg. Stack the hips. Really use the hinge in the hip. Pressing through the heel. Option to extend that standing leg and bring the left hand down to the earth. Meeting in warrior two on the left leg. Hold the diamond of the pelvis together. Root down the tailbones. Really gather up the center core here. Extend the arms in opposite directions. Option to look over out through the left fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, center. Exhale, modified warrior. Send your back arm up to the sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Send your front arm up. Inhale here. Exhale. Send the back arm up to the sky. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, center. Exhale. Send the back arm up to the sky to the modified warrior here. Drawing the tailbone down as you pull your hip bones together. Windmill to the front. Rotate on the ball of the back foot. Plant the hands at the top of the mat. Step back into plank pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Other side. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips. Step the left leg back, low lunge. Bringing our hands up into that Ganesh Mudra pose. Root the tailbone down, pull belly to spine. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right, rotating on the axis of the spine. And exhale to the right, come into prayer hands. Allow your elbow to rest on that front leg. Lift the back knee, coming into prayer twist. High lunge prayer twist. From here, plant the left hand, send the right arm up to the sky into twisted high lunge. Modified side plank. Drop the back knee, send the right leg all the way back behind you. Option to backstroke the arm. Plant the right hand down, moving into one-legged plank. Exhale, bring the left knee into chest. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, bring the left knee into chest and drop it down. One more time. Exhale, lift the left knee into chest. Inhale, extend it all the way back into three-legged dog. Send the left leg down, lift the right leg up. Right leg down, left leg up. Send the left leg through halfway up to the top of the mat. Plant that foot into a standing split or standing L position. Really Engage to the mat with the hands by bending the front knee, pulling back here. From here, come all the way to standing by thinking left glute, engage the left glute. You come all the way standing, sending the right knee into the chest. From here, step forward, bring the left knee into the chest. And with that, send the right arm up to the sky, make a fist, and reach up in that lance-like pose. Step the left leg back into crescent lunge. From here, we're going to move with this. Add a little bit of plyo. Exhale, send the left knee into chest. Inhale, step it back into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the left knee into chest as you lift your right arm into that fist and step it back. Option to lift up on the front leg. Lift the left knee, hand up on the front leg. Now you can add a hop with this. So exhale, knee to chest and rock it back. It's kind of like a step ball change. Really allowing length and strength and hop and just great energy as you feel joy in this pose. As you lift the left knee, using the ground reaction forces from the earth to energize yourself, containing the energy and sending it where you want it to go. And one more time here. And step it back into right progressive lunge. Bend the back knee. From here, moving into half moon position. Keep a bend in the front knee. Send the left leg back into a half moon. Really pull belly to spine, stack the hips. Option to take your hand on your low belly to help you pull in and gather here. Option to extend your arms out. Option to take the fingers down to the earth to really help full expression in this pose. Meaning in Warrior Two, right leg. Hips are open, bend in the front knee. Really pulling through center, gathering the energy, pulling it center, extend the arms out in opposite directions. Inhale here, exhale, reverse your warrior, sending the front arm up to the sky. Inhale, center, exhale, modified warrior. So keeping your legs the same, still drawing in center, send the back arm up. Inhale, center, exhale, send the front arm up to the sky. Let's change this here. Let's change this to prayer hands. As we do a modified warrior, really moving from the ribs, lifting them out of the bowl of the pelvis stays stable. Exhale here. Inhale, center. Exhale, modified warrior. Extend the arms out into Warrior Two. And windmill to the front of the mat. Spin on the ball of the back foot, plant the hands, step back to the plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. All the way to the earth or in chaturanga. Inhale, pull back for upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Moving on, adding some heat here. We're going to do sun towel out. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale here, exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Plant the hands, walk, step, or hop back into plank pose. Inhale and plank, exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Pull back with the palms. Keep the head of the arm bones lifted. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Bring the left foot forward a little bit. Inhale, lift the right leg. From here, we're moving to a low lunge on the right. Option to take a hop switch here. Low lunge on the right. Inhale the arms forward and up. Pull back with the front foot. Engage the left glute. Exhale, side lunge, turning west on your mat, side lunge left, sit back, hinging at the hips. Take it back center, plant your hands, send your right leg back a little bit, keeping your hands engaged on the earth, standing L position, standing split. Option to add a hops here, or meet in Warrior One, right leg. Front knee is bent. Right back leg with an engaged glute. Feet are in opposite planes, but they're parallel. So they're like train tracks in two different lines that are parallel. Inhale the arms up. Pull belly to spine. Really engage the left glute. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back into plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the right leg forward a little bit in center. Inhale, lift the left leg. Moving to low lunge left. Option to take a hop switch. Meaning the low lunge left. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, side lunge, turning east on your mat, side lunge right. Really sit back in the hip. Moving it back to facing forward on your mat, plant the hands, lift the back leg. Maybe you need to adjust that standing leg. You're in a standing L position, half split. Option to take a little hop here or two, if you feel like it, meeting in warrior one on the left leg. Bend the front knee, engage the back glute. Remember, feet are in parallel lines. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving on to sequence 2. Inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, send it through to a low lunge on the right leg. Drop the back knee. Inhale, the arms forward and up. Moving to goddess, facing west on your mat. Lift the back knee, coming up on the ball of the back foot. Open up the hips. Root the tailbone down. Pull belly to spine. Really gather the bowl of the pelvis. Pull it up. So maybe those hip points, you need to find them and pull them up as the tailbone roots down. No reason to really open the hips wide. Just go to where they naturally have a buoyancy, almost a puff of air where you feel really buoyant in this move. Inhale the arms up. Now from here, let's move our rib cage over our pelvis, back and forth. So the ribs are moving over the pelvis. The pelvis stays stable and rooted. Really feel some side body engagement at this pose, holding it back center. And exhale, windmill to the back of your mat. Plant the hands and the left leg up into three-legged dog. From here, exhale, send the knee into chest. Pull it through as you move into a plank pose. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee goes to the left elbow. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee crosses to the right elbow. Hold it here, fall in triangle. Thread the left leg under, send the right arm up to the sky as you lift. You're on the pinky edge of your front foot and on maybe the big toe edge of your back foot. Plant the hands, taking it back into a one-legged plank, knee into chest, left knee into chest. Inhale, send that leg back into plank pose. Exhale, right knee into chest, inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee into chest, inhale, plank. Option to take this into mountain climbers. Alternating knee into the belly or the chest. Feel length in this pose as you move your knees. So control the neutral spine by engaging the glute muscles and meeting back in plank pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And inhale, locust pose. Flip the palms, spread the fingers, create length over lift in this pose, pulling belly to spine, engaging the glute muscles. Exhale, plant the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, send the left leg through center and Find the mat, drop the back knee, inhale, low lunge. From here, make a fist with that right hand and lift up, feeling a stretch all the way up the side body. Opening up to goddess pose, facing west on our mat. Lift the knee as you keep the toes tucked and open up to goddess pose. Root the tailbone down, knees directed out as well as the toes. Feel a buoyancy in this position. Inhale the arms up, and let's just side body engagement as you move left and right, moving the rib cage over the pelvis. Left and right. Really feel the obliques in this move, keeping the pelvis stable and level as you create movement above the stable pelvis. Holding at center, windmill to the top of the mat, plant the hands and the right leg back into three-legged dog. Big move. Inhale here, exhale, send the knee into the chest like you're moving into plank. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, right knee to right, the elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, cross right knee to left elbow. Hold it here. Fall in triangle. Thread the right leg under and extend it. Lift the left arm. Really pull back with that grounded palm and create lift in the underside body. So the side of the body that is facing toward the ground, and lift. Meeting in one-legged plank, send the right knee into chest. Inhale, extend it out into plank pose. Exhale, left knee into chest. Inhale, extend it into plank pose. Exhale, right knee into chest. Option to take this into mountain climbers, just alternating knee into chest. Meeting in plank pose, engage the glutes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Control the descent. Locust pose. Send the palms back, facing the mat, fingers spread wide. Inhale here and lift. Pulling belly to spine, length over lift. Really engage the glutes here and plant the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Great work. Walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. We're going to put this all together. Just getting a quick sip of water. We're going to stream all these sequences together, so we're really working on brain mapping here. I hope you feel strength and power when you move through these poses, especially when you lift up into that lance pose and then you interlock your fingers and you remove all obstacles by rotating through the thoracic spine. I just love how these poses embody empowerment and just really freedom. So starting at the top of the mat, let's put this all together. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Step the right leg back, low lunge. Taking that Ganesh Mudra, interlock the fingers. Exhale to the left. Prayer hands, changing this to high prayer twist. Bring the back knee lifted up, tucking the back toes. From here, plant the right hands and the left arm up to the sky into a high lunge twist. From here, we're going to open up into goddess pose facing east on our mat. So turn towards the right, up on the ball of the back foot, coming into goddess pose. Root the tailbone down, bend the knees. Knees and toes are directed out. Inhale the arms up. Add some movement of the rib cage over the pelvis, back and forth. Maybe you change this to alternating, reaching for the sky. Feel the connection of the movement with the body and how that makes you feel. From here, holding up the hands, let's windmill to the top of the mat, spin on the ball of the back foot, plant the hands, send the left leg back into three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, cross the left knee over to the right elbow, fall in triangle. Thread the left leg under, send the right arm up to the sky. Moving into one-legged plank. Plant the right hand, send the left knee into chest. Inhale back into plank pose. Option to take mountain climbers here, or you can change from plank into alternating knee into chest. Meeting in plank pose when you're ready. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Option to take locust or bow pose. If you're taking bow pose, bend your knees, grab at your feet or your ankles, and as you lift, pull the belly to spine, engage the glutes. Think length over lift in this pose. And release to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Plant the right foot halfway up the mat. Lift the back leg so you're in a standing split. Option to take a few hops here. Handstand hops. Feel a lightness as you lift, really pushing off the first big toe. And meeting in standing position. Engage the right glute as you lift your knee all the way into the chest. Step the left leg forward. Bring the right knee into the chest. Option to add that knee into chest with a step ball change. Add your lance pose with this. Really reach up as you come off the first metatarsal. Really take the energy from the floor and lift it up to the ceiling. And meeting with the right knee in the chest here, hold it here, opening up to half moon pose. Send the right leg back, stack the hips. Option to take the hand to the ground as you send that right leg back. Pull the pelvis together, really engage the energy here as you pull those hip bones together. Pull belly to spine. Option to keep your right hand on your hip point for stability or lift it. Option to float the left fingers. Meeting in warrior two on the left side. Inhale in warrior two, bend in the front knee. The back leg stays long. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Maybe you take a prayer hand on your right as you send your top arm up to the sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, modified warrior. Send your left hand to your heart like it's in a prayer position. Send the right arm up to the sky, up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, reverse. Send the left arm up to the sky. The right hand is in prayer. Inhale, center. Exhale, reverse your warriors. Your left hand is in prayer and your right arm comes up to the sky. From here, spinning on the ball of your back foot, plant the hands at the top of the mat, meeting in dolphin pose. Lower your forearms as you send your left arm up to the sky. Option to take three-legged dog if this does not feel comfortable to you. From here, option to add a few little hops. Meeting in dolphin pose. Really rooting through the forearms, ears in line with your biceps here. Bend in the knees, lengthen the spine. Length is created by bending the knees and allowing for room for a neutral spine. Drop the knees and take it up to quadruped position. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees, and maybe we do a few cat-cows. Inhale. Lift the heart space open. Exhale, press the earth away, sending belly to spine. Inhale, open the heart space as you drop the belly. Exhale, cat pose. Pull belly to spine. Create an arch in that thoracic spine. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Let's do the other side. We can do this. We're ready for this. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Step the left leg back to a lunge, drop the back knee. Gather the hands into that Ganesh Mudra pose. Exhale, turn towards the right, change it to prayer hands. Lift the back leg, prayer lunge, twist. Coming up on the ball of the back foot, option to levitate and hold the back leg up as you engage the muscles around the right hip. And land the toe back down, high lunge twist. Plant the left hands and the right arm up to the sky. Pulling back with that left palm to engage the shoulder blade. Drop the back knee into a modified side plank. Send the right leg back. Coming back into a high lunge twist. Planting the left hand and the right arm up to sky. From here, opening up into goddess pose. Facing west on the mat. Come up on the ball of the back foot, open up into goddess pose, root the tailbone down, open up the knees, open up the toes, arms are up. And option to take the rib cage back and forth over the pelvis. The pelvis stays stable as you move through the side body. And maybe you think about climbing a mountain, alternating hands, coming up that mountain. And back into goddess pose. Spin on the ball of the back foot and windmill to the top of the mat. Plant the hands in the right leg back into three-legged dog. From here, send the right knee, cross it over to the left elbow and hold. Fallen triangle. Thread the right leg under, send the left arm up to the sky and reach through the side body. Plant the hands and the right knee into the chest. One-legged plank here. Option to inhale back to plank and exhale, bring the left knee into chest and keep moving with that or changing it into mountain climbers. Meeting back in plank pose. Inhale and plank, exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Option for locust pose, or you can take your boat, grabbing your ankles or your feet. Inhale, create length over lift. Keep belly pulled to spine. Engage the glutes to maintain a neutral pelvis as you create length and elongation. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Step it halfway up the mat into a standing split, standing L position. Bend the knee of the standing leg to allow yourself to pull your heart space and your collarbones through your hands. From here, bend the knee, option to bend the knee and add some handstand hops. Just playing with this, feel the joy and the playfulness of just trying something new. And engage the left glute as you come all the way up to standing. Bring the right knee into chest. Set the right leg forward. Send the left knee into chest. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Make a fist and reach. Option to add a left knee into the chest with a step ball change. Feel the joy and movement as you jump and release energy into this pose. 4 more times. And 4. And 3. Jump up. And 2. This time hold the left knee into chest, moving into half moon on the right leg. Send the left leg back. Stack the hip points. Option to take the right hand to the floor. Flex the foot. Really engage the center pelvis here, pulling the hip points together as they're stacked. Option to lift that top arm, hand meeting in Warrior 2 on the right side. Inhale in Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Maybe take that left hand into prayer. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your extended modified warrior. Send the back arm up to the sky as your right arm is at heart center in a prayer. Inhale, reverse. Left arm is in prayer as the right arm comes up and back. And modified warrior, inhale, center. Exhale, modified warrior. Prayer hand on the right, left arm up to the sky. Spin on the ball of your back foot to the top of the mat. Plant your hands in the right leg back as you lower into one-legged dolphin pose. Lower the forearms. Maybe you take a few little hops here, just playing with this if it feels comfortable to you. meeting in quadruped pose when you feel ready for it. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees. And let's go ahead and walk our hands out, thread our right hand under our left, and reach with that left hand, keeping the hips pointed up, keeping this an active pose, pulling belly to spine. And coming back to quadruped pose, thread the left arm under, send the right arm in front of you to the top of the mat, if that feels comfortable to you, keeping your pelvis level, belly pull to spine, keeping this active. And meeting back in quadruped pose. And let's take it to the floor. Great work. I hope you felt the strength in all those poses. Now it's your time to consolidate all those movements and think about how you moved your body with your breath, and just enjoy a few minutes of relaxation. Option to take your palms up or grounded. Option to keep your knees bent or extend the legs out. Take a deep breath in and exhale out through the mouth. This and lay here a little bit longer, or you can meet us back in the seated position on your mat. Slowly coming to that seated position. Maybe your hands rest on your knees, tall spine. Let's take an inhale in together through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through an open mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with the lips closed. And then just breathe. Find your breath. Connect to your breath. Thank your body for moving you through this practice today. Thank you for practicing your radiant movement today and every day. Let me leave you with this quote. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. You are ready for this. You are ready to remove all obstacles and carry yourself with strength, with intention, and just with pride. You should be so proud of yourself for giving yourself this opportunity to move and practice your radiant movement. Thank you so much. Namaste.